Sometimes when I'm up and I get knocked back down, I gotta search for my feelings just like a pat down. And when I hear you ain't loyal, I don't like that sound. And you done burnt all them bridges, don't you come back round. Sometimes when I'm up and I get knocked back down, I gotta search. It's your boy Noto, back in these YouTube streets because your boy won't miss a beat. And in today's video, we're going to discuss body game. You will embarrass men in front of their girlfriends, bro. So I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. This is one of the many struggles you're going to have as an attractive man that practice the body game, bro. That body game makes you more attractive anyway. It brings out the sex appeal. It brings out the primal nature of women. And that's another thing too, that the obesity rate is going up in our country, in America, for the fact that, like, bro, it ain't gonna be too many guys walking around. Like, you go to the gym, you be like, okay, you see a lot of buff guys here and there or whatever. But when you go outside and you go to like Walmart or you go to Winn-Dixie, you go to these regular places where regular people really be at, bro, ain't nobody be in shape, bro. Even if you like not even at your final form yet, you just having some dense muscle on you already make you stand out anyway. You already make it. You gotta understand that in a place where everything is just going big, getting bigger and bigger, people getting supersized. Ain't nobody got no discipline. Anybody trying to hit the gym. Even the people that's in the gym ain't even all the way like that. It's still rare to have people with standout physiques in the gym these days. No problem. Nothing against the people that are trying to get, better themselves and stuff like that. But it's a lot of those people that be in there working out for years and on end and still look the same. There's a lot of people that just they don't even know what they're doing, and they're just being there for a social, whatever the case may be. So I'm just letting you know this situation, that it ain't as many people out here that have standout physiques that you think. Even if you're in a gym where it's full of people with physiques, bro, you go outside of there and you actually really get into the real world, bro. It don't look like that, bro. It don't look like that. So let me get to you like right here. So a lot of these guys that be walking around with their girlfriends, I'm telling you, I was walking in Walmart and I had on something like this, but it was like, it was the shirt version of this. Y'all done seen that my black compression shirt, and I'm walking around in Walmart, right, bro? Like, when I tell you, and it's crazy because you could tell that the guys are immediately threatened by you, bro. They are, bro. They are immediately threatened by you, bro. Like, when they be with their girls, bro, you can tell, bro. I done seen this shit so many times, bro. You can see what I'm talking about. Like, they'll sit there, they'll look at you, like, bro. They'll stop everything they doing, even if they roll in the buggy. They'll sit there and stare right at you. You know why they end up staring right at you? They want it. It's the farmer mate garden as well, but they want to see if you're gonna try to look at their girl, and they don't want any indication of you trying to talk to their girl, or make any type of indication of flirting with their girl or nothing like that, because they immediately see you as a threat. You walking around, you looking jacked, you looking attractive, you looking, man, whatever. They don't want you around their girl, man. They don't want you around your girl, bro. They automatically see you as a threat. I'm walking around like, it get to the point where you almost trying to be like, bro, you good, but you start trying to have the energy of be like, bro, I ain't trying to talk to you, chick. None of that stuff. Like, I'll look up, I'll say what's up to them and stuff. Like, it get to the point where you don't even want to speak to nigga. They be mugging so much, it be coming off as disrespect. I'm like, hey, bro, like, I ain't really trying to talk to your girl, but what's the line between trying to do that and showing you, okay, I ain't no bitch either. So, like, you don't think this because I'm being nice that, it'd be like, okay, yeah, I ain't really trying to do all that, but I don't really want no problems with you, but I ain't no bitch either. So if you try to come at me, I'll knock your ass out. But anyway, it's like, it's a line between that. It's a lie between that, because you don't want to come off as soft either, but it's like, this guy, bro, I just be like, what's up? I try to keep the neutral energy with it, but if they keep going too far, that's when I switch it off quick. Then I'd be like, okay, yeah, man, all right, it is what it is. I try to say what's up, you keep frowning, you keep mugging, all right, that's how I started dealing with it. I come with the neutral energy at first. I'd be like, hey, cool, whatever. Then, I ain't really trying to impede on whatever you got going on. I ain't trying to get in the midst of that, because you find yourself doing that so much, because you got to understand, these guys are so threatened by you, and then at the same time, if they girls are checking you out in front of them, it's gonna make it even worse. So I done had a lot of that happening. You're gonna be embarrassing them in front of their girlfriends because you're in shape, you look good, and I'm not even at my final form yet. It's crazy. I'm not at my final form. I'm definitely not, but my physique is still a standout physique. My physique still stand out in the crowd. You know what I mean? So, like I say, a lot of these guys are average builds. They're skinny fat, dad boss with skinny arms and skinny legs, like Homer Simpson build type deals. Like, it's a lot of that going on. But walk around with chicks and that look good, and then they chicks just sitting there just looking like, right? I'm talking about their necks breaking while they walking beside them, while they got their buggies, bro.
I'm looking like, bro, I'm not trying to. It get to the point we be like, bro, I ain't trying to have none of these problems, bro. I'm not trying to do none of that. You ain't trying to do none of that. It's like you don't choose it; it choose you, bro. Like that's why I keep telling you, like that player shit, the stuff like the invitations to these rooms with the chicks and all that. That it chooses you. You don't go out and be like, oh, let me try to talk to this girl. Let me try to. Now, if you don't do that, you of course you on some whole shit. You trying to do that, but I'm saying like it choose you because the chicks always be looking at you, and even like what they do is they sneaky. They'll look when they boyfriend. Like I noticed what they do. When the boyfriend try to grab something off the shelf, or he goes to get like an item off the shelf, whatever, whatever product or whatever he's trying to grab, they'll take their glances. They'll start looking in. They'll do their looks then. A lot of the time. So I'm telling you right now, you walking around, you practicing the body game, bro. You got the muscles, bro. You got the chest. You got the V table thing type of fat going on, bro. I'm telling you right now, and you accentuate your physique with your clothing and what you're wearing. You go out into these public places, you are embarrassing them in front of their girlfriends. Believe that. And they feel that type of way. That's why you guys go through so much mate guarding, because you are a threat. What do you guard against? A threat. They see you, they perceive you as a threat, somebody that can take their girl, bro. And you never know what lengths they went to get their girl. They probably spent a whole bunch of money. Now these guys got a lot invested with these women. They probably even caught their women looking at other men before. They might have that insecurity. They might have insecurities back then from high school, from the girls the guys used to take the girls that they really wanted, back then. So you never know what kind of trauma they deal with. You never know what situation they dealing with. But if they see you as a threat, it got to be one of those things. And the fact that they even see you as a threat in the first place, because when they looking at you and they frowning and they see you with a girl, like if it's a guy that's just cool, he laid back, like, okay, yeah, my girl over here. I like those type of dudes the most, because they be like, yeah, man, he secure with his girl. He don't give a damn about what she doing. Even if she look and say hey and speak, he'll be cool. He'll come behind you and say what's up to you, speak. I done had that type of dude. That's how I know they completely comfortable with themselves. Them type of guys are the most confident types of guys. Like, bro, like those laid back type guys that be with their girl, bro, that's the best way to be. But the ones that be on guard all the time, that be looking around like me, well, nobody talking to my girl. Oh, every day I gotta fight for my love. Them type of guys, bro, like, bro, that shit gets stressful because you could tell what type of energy they looking at you. And when I'm walking at Walmart, I see that I be seeing couples be like one of the most stressful times for me when I'm walking around, because I already know what the dynamic is. Even if the chick ain't checking me out at all, she could just be ignoring me the whole time. The guy is looking at me. The guy is literally staring at me like, bro, like, as you understand, like me at this point, bro, I got an intimidating look of physique. I don't give a damn what you say. I got an intimidating look of physique. Especially when I'm walking around, like even because I even seen guys that are bigger than me look at me with that shock factor. So that's what got me. I'm talking about guys that look like they can be in the class of physique. IFBB looked at me like, bro, you big. I'm like, bro, you freaking 2 or 3 times bigger than me. Saying that, I'm talking about tall jack guys. I told you about that guy that was walking with his chick up there at the national park I was working at, and I seen them, and I told y'all about the giant guy, and his girl was looking over at me, and I was like, oh man, and they was looking at me like, what? And all the crowd was looking at me when I walked past the restaurant, and they saw me through the windows, and they was looking at me. But he was sitting in there, he had on like a stringer. This guy was looking like a real tall, extra jack guy. But they was looking at me like, what? I had my stringer on. So I'm telling you now, like when people are jacked, they still, just because they jacked doesn't mean they don't have eyes. When you walking around, you see another guy that's jacked, you like, you're seeing that. You're not seeing yourself in the mirror next to that guy. You're seeing a jacked guy. You see what I'm saying? So that's the same thing a woman see when they're looking at a man, and they see like, bro, they don't come across that often either. So a lot of the chicks that when they go to the gym to get their fix. That's another thing. So that's another. you think they just be in there? Or there's a lot of guys go. They looking around. A lot of them going to the gym. They some of them might take it seriously, but it's just an added bonus for them to get some eye candy. They might have some boyfriends back. They ain't getting their fix at home, and they tired of looking at guys through TV screens and all this other stuff and all this other fabrication, whatever, like through synthetic like filters and stuff like that. They're tired of that. They want to see the real thing in person. So the gym is one of the best places. So of course they can work on themselves. They can knock out 2 or 3 birds in one stone. They can work on themselves, make some progress or whatever, and they can get their eye candy at the same time. Don't think they ain't looking. But let's get back to the point. You are embarrassing these guys in front of their women, bro. You are straight up. You ain't even trying to do it. You're not trying to. You walking in. That's why I say your environment has to validate the fact that you're an attractive man. Your environment has to validate the fact that you're on body game. that you're practicing the body game. You have your physique. If it's hitting, bro, and you wear something to accentuate it, you gonna know, bro. I even got to the point where I know, like, notice differences when I'm wearing a big loose shirt or while I'm wearing a tank top. Is like a world of difference. When you wearing something that, while I'm wearing something that's fitting me like a compression type deal, bro, it's to the point now that it don't really matter what I wear. I gotta wear like a 2X or something for you not to be able to see my physique through it. And even then, you still gonna see the shape at the top at least a little bit. But it get to the point where like it don't really matter what you wear. But it's a big world of difference when you got on like a tank top and you walking through there, bro. Yo, especially like me, when I'm walking to Walmart, usually I'm coming straight from the gym, so I still got that pump. See what I mean? Like I said, I told y'all I don't go nowhere without doing at least 50 push-ups. Like, so even at the end of my gym session, before I'm about to go to Walmart, I bust 50. And like I told y'all, before I leave the house, I hit 100 push-ups. That's my exit ticket. I be telling y'all boys, they still hop on that. But women, they don't see that often. They don't see a guy that's looking that jacked like that. They go home to a Homer Simpson every night. They want to see what it's like to be up under a guy, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of guys have really experienced. A lot of women haven't experienced a guy that takes his fitness seriously and that looks like that. Look like the archetype of a male exotic dancer type deal or whatever. Archetype of an athlete that's got or whatever. A lot of them get they fix through a middleman type deal, through I'm put like this, in disguise of being interested in sports. They might be interested in sports, but it's still the underlying thing that the guys that's playing the sports. You see what I mean? Look what these guys look like. Look what their physiques look like. They might like a soccer build. They might like the football build. They might the basketball. You think they always there? They're attracted to those types of guys that got the muscles and the stuff like that. So they get their fix in disguise of being sports fans and stuff, bro. This shit go far. It goes far. Some women might go out and they'll be shopping, but at the same time, bro, like those rare, bro. That's why women be snapping their necks when they see you. That's why women be snapping their necks when they see you, bro. But right in front of their boyfriends, bro, you're embarrassing them. Like you're shining a mirror on top of you're putting a mirror right up to them, saying like, "Dang, why you ain't like that?" You know what I mean? They probably look at their guy like, "Dang, I wish my guy was like that. I wish my boyfriend was like that." And deep down, the guys to themselves, they think like, "Dang, I wish I might need to hit the gym." They might see you and go get a gym membership later on that day, bro. The next day they might go and get a gym membership. Bro, I gotta start back working out. A new bodybuilder is born every day. A new guy that's on their fitness journey is born every day. They might look at you and be like, "Bro, I need to get my stuff together, man. I'm looking like this, bro. This guy walked past my girl, man. Like, bro, I felt bad about it. I need to get it. You make them want to get their shit together. You make them want to get on their shit, dog. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, bro, just the fact that they in themselves, they feel embarrassed because they know they ain't been on it. They know that's something they picked up and they just dried up and they just neglected. But that's why they try to ignore it. But they look at you as a threat. They look like, "Man, I hope you don't try to talk to my girl, but I gotta be strong in front of my girl." They feel like they got something to prove. So that's why they start off trying to start with aggressive energy by looking at you like, "Okay, yeah, don't try nothing. Whatever, you big, but yeah, I'll take you on or whatever." You ain't even exhibiting none of that type of energy. You just walking over there, chilling, like on some regular stuff. You ain't even like mugging them. You ain't trying to debo them or none of that stuff. You literally just walking over there, but it's so threatened by your presence. And it's embarrassing them as well. You're embarrassing them in front of their girlfriend. So they feel like, "Man, this guy looks bigger than me. Or he probably beat me up in front of my girlfriend." You never know what's going through their head. These guys are unstable. They don't they don't do anything for themselves. But anyway, I just wanted to go and tell you, bro, you're gonna mock the shit out of their boy. You're gonna mock their boyfriends. The girls. You're gonna embarrass them in front of their girlfriends, bro. In front of their wives, bro. So just be careful, bro. That's why you have like sometimes the women they'll come start conversations with you. You'll start off friendly at first, but then it start being some flirtation. But it'd be crazy because the guy be sitting there watching you the whole time. Like I done had times when couples were talking to me, and this happened to me more than just at works and stuff like that. Like at Walmart, they'll be asking me, talking to me about stuff like asking me questions. "Oh, why you get this way?" And "Oh, I'm trying to start my fitness journey." And they just sitting there laughing and making all these flirtatious gestures. But it's like the guy that's looking for any sign of you trying to flirt back with her. They just sitting like I done had girls talk to me, and the guys just sitting there mugging me the entire time. I had to I try to wrap up the conversation as fast as possible and keep it as platonic as possible, because it just be like, bro, like, I'm not even trying to do that, but she's literally flirting, and she's the one disrespecting you. You see what I mean? She's disrespecting you, and if she would do this in your face, ooh, this is why I don't even get contact information, because next thing you know, you on the close friends, then they hitting in your DM. And all of a sudden, they want you to train them. Now they want you, I'm gonna get into that in Patreon. But anyway, it's your boy Noto. Back to you. It's your boy Noto. Back in these YouTube streets because your boy won't miss a beat. And remember, guys, anybody can improve themselves. They want to work at it. I'm out.
I'm about it in person, ain't really the type to go running and jump on the internet. I come like a virus, take over the system, and then I appear like a public threat. Might call up a bitch and then have a recording of bumping my shit while she give me neck. Don't get it fucked up, cause I do hit the gym and I know that she digging my silhouette. I really don't fuck with too many, my trust hate to say it, I'm just keeping that shit a stack. Cause if niggas try me, I get unpredictable, fuck it, I get to just seeing black. You mess with the fam, I'ma hit you with 10 with a little bitches, I ain't talking Mac. But I ain't no killer, don't push me to sand up against the wall, try to touch my back. Yeah, bitch, I'm glad and smooth, I'm dropping bars fresh out the penitentiary. And yeah, I put them on, they act